Hey, we know you got dumb friends too, and I say dumb politely because we're all dums, and we've all worked in spaces where someone is smart and they're listening to a podcast and it's something about science or like e-commerce. We know nothing about that. But if you want to feel smart at work, you just plug in your pods and you listen to this. It's where the dummies are, dude. But your coworkers won't know the difference. You should tell your dumb friends about us. We'd appreciate it. All right. She perked up.
We're going straight there.
Sex stuff. What's taboo? Is anything taboo anymore?
Oh, it depends on the person. Because taboo is often what turns us on. That's what gets us fired up and really excited. So it depends on the person. It depends on their kink.
Ooh, yeah, we're going heavy quick. I just got a little sweaty. Come on, wait a minute. We're going there?
Yes,
I guess we're going there, dude.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I hope nobody finds out that dicks are my taboo.
Hey, they could
Would
be,
you tell?
dude.
Would you tell the podcast?
Would I tell them if it was?
What's your taboo topic?
What my taboo is? What turns me on?
Yeah.
Ready for this? I think I have the perfect answer for this question.
Go for it.
My wife.
Oh.
Look at there.
Look at this, dude.
Look at that, dude.
My wife listens the first few minutes.
Look at that, dude. Yeah. She only watches the free section. Ask me that again on the Patreon.
My wife's about to hate me, dude. I found out this week that I like whips and chains.
Excite Me. Isn't that a song? It's a song.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing I would be into at all.
How did you
But she
discover
surprised
this?
me with some stuff. And I was all, oh, damn. And yeah, I was really into it. And I think she was a lot too.
So who was the giver and receiver?
She was receiver.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it was fun.
Did you feel powerful?
Not that. No. It wasn't like no, because it was like all safe. There was nothing where I'm like,
You can still feel powerful and you can get
it.
into Dom space without, that's powerful in itself.
Yeah,
And-
you would have to jump us there because I'm new to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know who has the
So-
power in a Dom sub relationship?
No.
It's actually the sub.
What?
The sub has all the power because they have the ability to say no at any point.
Unless they're chained up real good.
They still have to have a safe word. Safety first.
That could just get me into some weird serial killer shit, I think.
I got to be honest. When you first said that, I was picturing it the opposite, and all I could picture was you in a gimp mask,
Me all chained up.
just with like ball gag. You're all,
What's the safe word? Fucking cut it out.
Worcestershire. Wait, I can't say that. Exactly.
fucking quit.
Quit. They're hoits.
No is not a good safe word.
But yeah, it was fun.
It's fun.
It was fun.
It's fun.
It's a fun new experience. I'm in my 40s. I had a new experience. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
That's cool.
But that's probably as risky as our sex life goes.
Don't ask me about mine.
Well, you already did.
Okay, so you'd have to ask very specific questions. Ooh.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Very specific sex questions. Okay. Let's just start with like you helping others.
Okay.
What exactly goes into that? Like if I call you
a wiener goes into a vagina.
Not necessarily.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah. If I call you up and I'm just like, hey, my wife and I are having problems. We're wanting to try something new. What is it? Is this like couples counseling?
So I teach Tantra. I'm a practitioner. I have been for a few years. And I do get a lot of couples that come to me that want to discover new things like chains and whips, or they want to learn dynamics. They want to learn how to touch each other in new ways. They want to learn new forms of communication. I also help them identify things like sexual blueprinting.
What?
Have you ever heard the 5 love languages?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Affirmation, touch, things like that.
Yeah.
So there's a whole other one that's sexual blueprinting. And so it has to do with kink as one. Sensual, which is more like let's buy flowers and touch and take baths together, things like that. And then there's sexual, which is just like, come on, let's fuck.
That would be like efficient.
Efficient? Not necessarily, because you can fuck for a really long time. Hopefully.
I'm all about efficiency.
Hopefully.
I'm about efficiency. I'm trying to
get to that nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nap motivated.
Yeah, so there's different types of sexual blueprinting, similar to love languages. So a lot of times when a couple comes, if they can figure out what each of their blueprint is, then they know exactly what it turns each other on.
Huh.
Because you can be with somebody
like
for years
couples
and years.
Counseling.
Yeah, it definitely is like couples counseling.
Huh.
But sometimes we do it naked.
Yeah, we forget how to communicate when we're naked.
We do, because we're in our inner
Weird.
child, and we have no idea what we want or need.
Yeah, nobody else is around. You're probably not staring at your cell phones. Kids aren't yelling at you.
This Tantra thing, is that deal that you see videos on Instagram where they're like not touching them and they're doing some weird wizard shit
Maybe.
and they're convulsing on the floor and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So there is a lot of energy and work.
It's pretty much what it looks like.
It does look like that sometimes.
Huh.
And not trying to offend you.
None.
The videos I've seen on Instagram look very made up.
Yeah. So
What videos on Instagram don't look made
there's
up?
a lot of shamanism, and with Tantra, the two are very interconnected. And so a lot of times when you see people that are discovering what their mind body and listening to their bodies for the first time, they can have those type of like feelings. They're actually called kriyas, and they're just big, giant like energy rushes. So the idea of Tantra is that we take the pleasure from our genitals and we spread it throughout our entire body. You can have full body orgasms. You can do sex magic,
Like
where
throw my
you're
back
manifesting things that you want in your life through pleasure. And the more pleasure you feel, the harder your manifestation
Aleister
goes.
Crowley Road right now.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's what, yeah.
Uh-oh. So the dude that happens to run across my algorithm from time to time is some dude that karate chops a motherfucker in the shoulder, and then they fall on the floor and they start convulsing.
So,
And then he's going,
there is some truth to that stuff. Honestly, there is. And
looks very made up to me.
Yeah. I can see that though. Yeah. You skeptic? That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. Yeah. Very skeptical of most things.
But women, like, for example, like, we can have orgasms without any genital touch at all.
And
It's
all guys, all guys don't believe any of that because
because they've never experienced it.
well, other than like a girl pissing across a room, it's like y'all don't have the same receipt.
Well, you mean like
You know what I
squirting?
mean? Yeah,
But
like
squirting is lymphatic fluid. It's not urine.
What?
it tastes a lot like pee. But a guy's got a very obvious receipt.
Yes. But men can have that's a physiological response, but men can have orgasms without ejaculation.
I've never had that.
Other than read the book Multi-Orgasmic Male by Montauk Chia.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all come
You're
to,
like, where did
come
it
to-
go?
Come to completion without
See?
touch, though. Every one of us has.
Yeah.
When you're like 14.
Funny dreams.
Oh,
right.
see? Good point. Wet dreams.
The funny dreams.
Those are fun to wake up to. If you're finished. If you're not, it's like, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
That was
I'm going back to sleep.
That was possibly the best day of my life. The first one of those I had. Very confusing.
That was the best day of your life?
Very confusing. But I was like, that's fucking pretty cool.
You were like, why is my grandpa drooling next to me? That felt great.
Lord.
So confusing. He's all, does this make me gay or just into old people? I don't understand what's happening.
There was no eye contact, so. Wouldn't be
But yeah,
gay.
I feel like that's like I don't know. It's just something that's like way outside of my comfort zone.
What part of it?
A realm. Couples counseling, I can do.
But couples counseling is not always productive.
Right.
I mean, like talk therapy, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectic, none of those are really, in my opinion, are very efficient. They're not very useful. Because we talk all the time. But
Yeah, I guess it's just like
it takes the things a step further to where they're doing more like breath work and energy work, and they're holding space for each other and their pleasure. It's a lot different.
yeah. In my head, I'm just picturing myself and my wife naked in a room, and like somebody standing there staring at us,
I don't stare,
and I'm
but
gonna be like,
I do a little bit of coaching.
but yeah, when I think about it, I'm just like, oh, that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
No, it's not. It's awkward for people
Right,
sometimes,
yeah.
but I make it not awkward. That's part of my job.
So are you like, no, you got to get those fucking knees behind the ears. Come on.
No, I don't
Is
do
that
that.
the shit you do?
It's not Kama Sutra.
Oh, okay.
It's funny.
Okay. See, now that I believe in.
Like 1,000 different ways to fuck.
Yeah.
But it's all still just the same way,
Is
right?
it though?
The Kama Sutra stuff? Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's still like a wiener and a badge.
Not always.
No?
There's
Huh.
other forms of sex.
What?
I got a couple of different holes here.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess that's what I mean, though.
Yeah, like cock insert something.
Yeah.
But sex isn't just about that. Sex is about intimacy. Sex is about pleasure. It's about before care, after care. It's about planning an experience together.
So much.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Aftercare, you grab your dude wipe and.
A dude wipe?
Yeah, so you clean shit up.
Oh, you mean a blanket?
Or I have those Manscaped. I think they're just called ball wipes. Wipe that shit up. Nap time.
You spent more money on baby wipes?
No.
But they're fancy.
These are ball wipes. They came free with my trimmer.
You're so clean. You feel so clean afterwards.
Yeah.
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 Refreshing.
Yeah.
That's aftercare.
I mean, I think the best form of sex is just the belly to belly missionary. That's the most exhilarating.
On top or on bottom?
Just breathing on them.
You gotta drool a little bit too, though.
Mouth breathing.
Are you mouth breathing on me?
Making involuntary noises.
No, dude.
Or going goblin mode.
The signature move, dude. It's where you're on top. You just pick up all your limbs.
And hover.
Just let your body weight crush them, dude. And I think your dick is huge. They're all,
It's because they can't fucking breathe.
yeah, dude, it's great. That's it. The longer you can balance, the better you're doing.
They're like, I can't breathe. They're like, yeah, it's because my wiener is hitting your lungs.
Yep.
Take it.
And it kind of is because you're pushing it towards it. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a wiener. That's belly.
Works out.
That's belly crushing their lungs. But
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. So, how does one get into this?
So I've actually been a health and wellness coach for about 20 years, and I know the body really well, and started studying yoga, and that kind of tapered off into Tantra, and started studying that a few years ago. And I'm actually working on my PhD in clinical sexology now.
Oh, the fuck?
Yeah, so my dissertation is I'm doing a pilot study on integrating Eastern and Western philosophies to create like a weekend retreat for couples to come in, and
That could be cool.
they can play and they can explore in a very safe, non-sexual, but sensual sort of environment. To practice communication and learn about themselves, and so that they can explore one another more thoroughly, like to enjoy each other more.
so you
That could be real
got
cool.
into yoga and then you got radicalized quickly.
I did. So I was actually at a seminar at a yoga studio, and the gentleman that was teaching there was a Tantra practitioner, and
he
started
do a
talking
karate
to
chop?
him. He did not karate chop me. I probably would have fallen to my knees if he had. He was very good looking.
That's the key from what I take from the internet is the fucking karate chop. Bam. Judy chop.
I'm just picturing
I
you
think he like
practicing
spiritually
chopping shit.
karate chopped me. Like,
He just walked in the room and you're like, huh,
what am I? Who do I do?
what is that word smitten? Huh.
Yeah, so he said, I think you should learn about Tantra. And so he started giving me some information about it. And then like gurus do, he disappeared somewhere, and I don't know where he went, some cave or something. And so I had to find a new form of education in it. And so I went to the Veda Institute and a couple of years and learned all about it.
Yeah, that's a common problem with gurus. Them motherfuckers.
Gone.
They're
He
always-
just fucking disappeared.
Figure out how to make money real quick, though.
So unreliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't go away quick, they eventually start a cult.
I like cults. Cults are fun. I actually have a cult. Like I've got a whole Tantra group that comes to all of my events, and there's probably about 20 or 30 people that I work with very closely. And I almost consider it like a cult. Even my health and wellness girls, like I consider that a cult. Yes. I mean, I hope none of my clients are listening to this and get offended, but it is kind of like that. I mean, it's a form of community. We have similar beliefs, we have similar goals, we have similar ideals. And so I think it's definitely kind of like a cult.
I was in a cult once.
How'd it go?
I knew it was a cult though.
Did
I
you drink the
wasn't like-
Kool-Aid?
No.
Good.
No, It's called CrossFit.
Dude, he was in it for a minute. He got
I did the CrossFit thing too. I get it.
Yeah, it was a cult. It's a cult.
It is a cult.
It's for sure a cult.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It is fun. And it's community
Yeah, all
also.
of a sudden you got 20 new friends, dude. They're pumping you up.
It's kind of the opposite of fun, but you're all suffering together.
No offense, but like, don't take this the wrong way. Most CrossFit people that go into it as couples do not come out as the same couple. For something about CrossFit, like if one partner goes into CrossFit and the other one doesn't, like I see this all the time. That partner that went into CrossFit will leave the other partner. It's kind of interesting.
It didn't happen with me.
Yeah, he just left CrossFit.
That's awesome.
Technically, CrossFit left me.
Yeah, technically.
Did you get injured?
No, they closed.
Oh,
No, they closed. And then at the time, like the latest at night class worked the best for me. And then none of the other, I hate that they call them this, but none of the other boxes
You don't like that?
had late classes. The latest they had was like 6 o'clock. And I was like, that just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I coached CrossFit for a little while. Has such a high injury rate, and
I can't understand why.
Yeah.
For the life of me, can't figure out why it's got such a large injury rate. It's just shocking.
And you were a teacher before all that, right?
I'm on like my 4th or 5th career in my life. So I actually started out, I started in nutrition and wellness and then went to banking. So I was in consumer finance for a few years, and then I had babies and became a teacher. And I actually quit in the middle of my 4th year of teaching. At Christmas time, I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not coming back. I'll keep my shit. I'll be back in June and get it. The substitute can keep it. I did not like teaching at all. I did not like teaching high school. I'm a teacher every day. Like I teach Tantra, I teach health and wellness, but teaching adolescents was just not for me.
You dodged 2 bullets.
Yeah.
Damn.
So now I started my own company, and I've been doing really well.
Yeah, I have this theory about teachers. It's not a theory. They just have good organizational skills. And they seem to excel if they leave to go do other stuff. And I think that's a huge factor.
For me, it was partially financial. And I also kind of felt, this is kind of like a weird way to put it, but I always felt like I was working for the next holiday. Mm-hmm. You know, you go into summer and you're like, oh, when is
yeah, a lot of people do
Christmas
that. They
and
can't wait for Friday
Christmas,
to get here.
yes. And then you go to Christmas and you go back to school in January, James? And you're like, oh, I want to go back and I can't wait until spring break. And then I can't wait till summer. Mm-hmm. I don't want to live my fucking life like that.
Right.
I want to be here and now and not have to worry about, when's the next holiday. Like that just doesn't even appeal to me. I don't want to live my life like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I quit teaching.
Every once in a while, I get real jealous of people that can do something like teaching.
Why?
Because it seems like such an easier life.
Oh, no.
Where you're just like on autopilot.
But you're not, because like you've got teachers at you, you got administration at you, you got students at you, and you're always the bad guy as a teacher.
And
always.
Maybe teacher's a horrible example.
Not to mention.
Let's go with a guy that picks up trash in the park.
I could do that.
Yeah, that job. Where he's just got benefits and he's just like.
Where he gets off at 5 and he's done.
Yeah, just fucking off. Yeah, dude, there's no homework.
No homework, no calls to make, no cell phone going off. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I get jealous of that, but I couldn't do it.
And a lot of teachers now, they want you to have like a master's degree, which means you have to go to college for like 7 years to get paid, what, $60K a year?
Yeah, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You can sign up in Houston right now, though, without a high school diploma.
For it to be a sub.
You can be they're hiring like teachers.
No, there's no way.
HISD? Yeah, teachers. Like,
well, HISD has been governmentalized or something, right?
Oh, yeah, for the inner city.
You gotta have shit.
That's fine.
It seems fun for like 2 weeks, though. Just try it out.
Well, you could be a sub for $85 a day.
Oh, God, that's it?
That's it. Shit. Yeah,
you might get stabbed by someone for $85. I mean, if you like adrenaline in a moment, maybe. It's not enough.
Well, my mother was a teacher for 40 years and she loved it. She had a great experience with it. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, some people seem to like it. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I know I've met and dealt with a lot of teachers, and a lot of them seem to be like stunted because they've spent way too much of their life in like a school environment. Like they were in high school, they went to college, they went right back to high school, and they've never emotionally matured past that like high school stage, and it strikes me as super weird. I went to a party one time.
Me too.
Full of teachers.
What?
Yeah. They were all teachers except
mean
for
summer camp?
except for me and my wife. No, and it was the weirdest thing because I felt like I was at a high school party. I was like, we gotta go. This is
You didn't like it?
This is weird. Like nobody's telling dick jokes. Like this is just weird. They're all just gossiping. This is a weird situation. We gotta go. Yeah.
I went to a party like that once, and it was full of cops. And I went with a stripper girlfriend at the time who was invited to go to this party.
And the cops
I'm not
were
gonna say
all
what
like,
city it was in.
the cops were like, why haven't you hit her yet?
No, dude, it was like one of the cops' houses, and it was nothing but underage girls. I shit you not. Pulled up, we were like, we got to go. We got to go quickly. We just turned around and left. It was a very awkward environment.
Was it?
That was the most awkward party I've ever been to.
Was it an island?
Nope.
I wonder if that's why cops date cops. You ever notice that?
Maybe. It was a
Usually-
small community. Yeah, I have numerous clients that are like cops
date
married to
cops.
cops. Yeah.
I think it's kind of like because they have some kind of camaraderie and understanding of what each other's lifestyles are like
Maybe.
the commonality of
Yeah.
what brings them together. Or maybe it's the fear of death. Maybe that's what brings them together. Kind of like an existential crisis of some sort.
Maybe.
What do you mean? Like couples or like okay.
Yeah, they probably relate on a level. That's one of those jobs. It's like a stripper. It's a very not common job that has its own like things. There's things about the job you bring home every day, and yeah, if you're dating the guy that's working in the park picking up the trash, he's never going to understand.
No.
I mean, kind of like
He's
tattooing.
never going to understand.
It's kind of like tattooing. You bring stuff home with you every day, like herpes and AIDS.
Right, and I used to
Stuff
joke
like
a lot about all I need is like the chunky girl that's really into the tuba. But then when I found my now wife, she was like into hair, like I was into tattooing, and then it worked. I was like, oh yeah, she deals with clients one-on-one. Like it totally worked.
Well, that's like a
We got
form of
it.
art too. So y'all both probably have that in common.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, females before that, they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing drawing again? It's like, I work tomorrow, motherfucker. Like, this is what I have to do tonight. And they're like, no, we're watching a show.
No.
So yeah, it was never a problem with her. And also she goes to bed at like 8, so.
How long y'all been married?
I don't know. Not long. 5 years maybe?
5 years?
Yeah.
I was gonna say 6.
How
But
long
yeah, I
have you
think
been-
we've been together since like 2009.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've been together a long
What
time.
took you so long? Oh.
Well,
Well.
we still wouldn't have. We sold a house that was in her name. We were using some of that money to get the new house that we were purchasing that was in my name. We found out after we closed on the first house, she can't give that money to me without the government taxing it at 25% unless we're married.
So you proposed.
We found that out on Monday. We were married on Wednesday. We already sold our house. We're about to close on the one we're going to buy. It's like,
It was a very elegant wedding.
yeah, dude.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
Justice of the peace. Here we
$75
go.
and cheeseburgers, dude. That's what it was.
yeah, very elegant.
But yeah, we probably still wouldn't be married if it wasn't for that. We're very much against the government contracts. They don't make any fucking sense.
Makes sense.
It's like to death terms. This is a dumb contract.
yeah.
And all of us are married, right? All three of us. Yeah. Why?
I'm married, but you know, we're in the polyamory world, so we kind of come and go in our relationship a little bit.
Yeah. She lives a different life than us.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick's all, how's that work?
Yes, my husband has had a girlfriend now for almost a year. And I tend to be a little bit more of I like him for a little while, and I like him for a little while, and I like him for a little while. So we just have a little bit different lifestyles right now. And that's okay. We make it work. It's hard at times. Scheduling is a bitch, but it's fun. It is kind of fun. It's exciting. And sometimes there are things that your partner will or won't do that this new partner will, and it's a lot of fun. You have different avenues of entertainment.
All right.
Yeah, this is what I've always thought about. I'm sure I've told you this before. I'm like, I just can't understand how that could possibly work.
Agreed.
Like, I can't keep up with my wife at all.
I don't.
And I'm like, I got to introduce another
But see,
person.
I don't
and that
expect
shit.
any of the men that I date to keep up with me. That's probably why they don't last very long. But who knows? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
So
But I'm
I will
just
say,
like, another person in the equation. I'm just like, how the fuck do you juggle that?
yeah.
well, so for
That seems
example,
so
the
confusing.
gentleman that I'm seeing right now, He's half my age. He's 24. I met him at the gym, and he is leaving for military stuff on Monday. So I'm not going to see him again.
Perfect.
So it works out well.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So you never know.
He'll just come back to town, do a little belly to belly for a little bit. And then
Breathe
bounce
hard.
again.
I'll let him drool on me and send him on his
belly.
way. I'll send him home to mom. It's all good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
Have mom make you some oatmeal when you get home and some scrambled eggs. That'll be your aftercare.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I think it would be funnier if you like stayed the night at mom's house and then she woke up and you were already cooking in the kitchen. She's like, what the fuck?
She might
That'd
be
be
my
great.
age if it's that 24-year-old. So we might not want to do that.
That'd be fun.
Or if the mom woke up and you were just sitting at the kitchen table waiting for her to cook you breakfast.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal.
Give me some pancakes.
It would be easy too though, because you could just flex on her. Like for real, just be like, what you gonna do? Nothing.
You don't want me to be angry.
You better feed me, baby.
Yeah. Feed me now.
Eggs, a bunch of them.
Feed me.
Those better be fucking pasture raised, god damn it.
I like the brown ones.
Yeah.
Little brown eggs.
They better have a little bit of poop still on them. God damn it. They better be fresh. Farm
Got the
fresh
poop in
eggs.
there.
Huh?
Got the poop in there.
Yeah. Every
No,
time.
on the shell.
On the
outside.
shell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The eggshells.
That's
Y'all see that brushing your teeth with eggshells? You done that?
I have not done that.
It's a weird one. I'm not gonna order it. It's too expensive.
Done the baking
They're
soda.
like $30.
Ew.
Yeah.
For some toothpaste?
Supposedly eggshells reverse cavities.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that. I learned something new.
Yeah, it's a thing. They ground it up into powder, and I hear it doesn't taste great. They're always real bland because it's an actual powder you're brushing with.
Well, if we're gonna trust the science, your cavity is going through your enamel and into your tooth. Enamel cannot be replaced, so you'd still be prone to cavities. So it's probably bullshit.
Maybe. I don't know anything about enamel.
I don't know anything about cavities or teeth.
Yeah. I'm out.
I'm out.
Want cold ones? You're bored?
It's just hip talk bullshit.
Yeah. Bro science. It's bro science.
Bro
Yeah.
science.
I'd say it's probably bullshit.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think you can reverse them.
Why don't you get a cavity and try it and let us know how it goes?
All right.
You probably got one.
I've tried to get cavities for years, dude. I can't get them.
Elliot, my husband's like that too.
Like, I don't brush my teeth at night. Never fucking have. Eat right before I go to bed.
So maybe cavities are more genetic than they are environmental.
Maybe. I think it's because of cigarettes. You coat your teeth good throughout the day, and they can't get in there.
Like a nicotine film.
Like tar.
It could be.
Oh.
Coating it up.
It's entirely possible.
Maybe, right?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
No fucking
I
idea.
don't know,
Me either.
but I'm convinced that nobody really has a fucking clue about damn near anything. Like,
No.
they don't fucking know. They don't know what causes cavities. They have no fucking idea.
I'm amazed anything's together at all.
Yeah.
But I did spend all week just going down the moon wormhole.
The what?
The moon.
Did you see the videos with the moon wave? You see that with the wave that goes across the moon
I missed this.
when they film it with that. What's that fucking camera that has the crazy zoom on it?
What?
It's like a Nikon P9000 camera or something. It's got this crazy digital zoom, and you can like zoom way in. And there's this dude that spent like every night with this fucking camera just trained on the moon, and it took him forever, but he finally captured this. He called it the moon wave, and it's literally just the moon, and then you can see literally like a wave go across the whole thing, like almost like it's like have you ever seen like your car's headlights in your cell phone camera, how they like flash and it kind of like a wave through it, like that, but across the whole
Weird.
moon.
Yeah, I was going through like how it's probably hollow.
You think the moon is hollow?
It seems like it probably is if it's real. And then if it's real, I'm about to break my own brain again. Yeah, I went through numerous videos this week breaking down all the materials they brought back from the moon from
you
like
on
rover
Rumble?
missions, where it's like, no, I wasn't on Rumble. What's on the surface of the moon is the oldest stuff there. And the further they dig, the younger the material is. It's the complete opposite of Earth.
How is that even possible?
All of the
is it
crater-
regenerative?
They're trying to figure it out. They don't really know. They just have some theories. Yeah, all of the crater marks, no matter how big the crater is, they're all the same depth.
Yeah.
They only go to a certain depth, and then they hit something, and it seems to be like an encased fucking shield. But every time there's been a sound on it, it echoes. And NASA's done numerous things where they've like dropped things from heights there to record the sound. Yeah, the first time they did it, it rang for a fucking hour.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this out.
They
the next time they did it, they went a little higher with something way bigger, and it rang for 3 hours. And they're like, "What the fuck?"
Supposedly they've launched nukes up there and hit it, and it fucking like rings. It even like
it's pretty wild.
It
dude.
even got misshaped for a second. It like went oblong.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the last one I hit was like Zulu tribes. They have the same belief system of like the Sumerians, that it was brought here, that it was manufactured somewhere else and brought here, but they think it was the lizard people that brought it here.
Yeah, it's their mothership.
No, they think it's they think it controls our perception of dimensions.
Oh, like the different densities, kind of like reality shifts.
Yes. They think we can only perceive everything in 3D because of the moon. And that lizard people live here and control all of politics and everything, right? They control all this shit. They feed off human emotion. Negativity is the biggest food source. They are in control of reincarnation and make people keep repeating lives because they need negativity. But wait. They use the moon to hide themselves. They don't shapeshift like turn into people. They are lizards at all times. But we can only perceive them as people because this thing shuts off the other dimensions that we can't pick up. Super fucking interesting.
That sounds like the Matrix.
Super interesting, dude.
So what tribe was this?
Zulu.
So they worship Alex Jones.
Pretty much, yeah. It's tight.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, and then I started going down David Icke wormholes because he's all on that same thing about the frequency shit with the moon.
So how do you wake up?
What do you mean?
Are we capable of waking up to see this?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they say the only way to beat like your slave entrapment is through good vibration. That's the only way to beat
So
it, right?
the fucking Beach Boys were onto something.
Maybe. Yeah. Or like Buddha. Maybe that shit really is real.
Well,
You know, but-
going back to those old world fucking documentaries, all them old ass buildings and cathedrals and shit, they were like an instrument. Like the organ,
or the pyramids.
like the pipe organs were always like a central part of the cathedral. They weren't like just an instrument in there, and it acted as like this crazy acoustic chamber.
Yep.
And they were healing centers supposedly.
Oh wow.
Making different frequencies. Yeah, supposedly you can like blast cancer away with different frequencies.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
That's just wild, right?
And red light therapy and all kinds of shit.
Contrast therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What frequency would make my wife come real hard?
Your tongue.
Would make her do what?
Come real hard?
Oh,
Yeah.
make her pee in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm all like, I just start a speaker and she's, oh shit, I'm on a bus.
Just make sure you plug it in. Don't get the batteries. The batteries will die.
You just recently
Ask me how I know.
you just recently watched that
And you're
movie.
like, oh man, I gotta recharge.
You're like, I literally know what blue balls is now. Fuck.
You just recently watched Private Parts or what?
Private parts?
Yeah, that old Howard Stern movie.
oh God, that's an
where-
oldie.
Where he sat
I don't
that
even remember
chick
that
on a
one.
speaker, started going.
I do remember that shit. Yes.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, we need to get those. The Sibian. Have you ever tried that?
What
The Sibian thing?
Oh, the thing you sit on.
Is it- am I saying it right?
Sibian.
Sibian. We
I've
all know how it's
I've
spelled
never
and we
used
know
one.
what it is.
Yeah, we all know what it is. I've never used one.
Yeah, I don't think I'd know anyone that's used one.
I've watched people use them, but I've never used one.
How did you manage to see someone use it and not try it?
Oh, so sex parties. God, I hope my mother's not watching this.
Probably
God, I
is,
really
dude.
hope she is.
She probably is.
That'd be so fucking tight.
Yeah, this would be a good time though, just to be like, hey, if you want to hear that story, you got to hit the Patreon.
Yeah.
Bounce past that one. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
E-commerce. We don't know anything about that.
Nope.
What's next? E-commerce
So,
stores.
so are you in the room with these people, or are you just watching the film?
In the room with these people.
Watching the film.
So I do go to some what they call temple parties. And they're usually held more in like Austin or North Houston.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about the parties. I'm not talking about the parties. I'm talking about like
He's talking about
when I'm
like,
with clients. Oh yeah, I watch. I don't like watch. It's not pornographic. It's more medicinal in practice, especially. So, for example, like I get a woman that can't orgasm because she's got medical issues, right? I mean, the only way you're gonna be able to teach that. I mean, you can't teach somebody how to throw a ball without actually having them do it, right? So, if you've got a woman that can't orgasm, you're gonna have to teach them somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's if our roles were reversed right now, with my voice and these fucking glasses, and I'm I'm in the room watching because of medicinal, it would just sound completely different.
It depends on intent.
I just feel like your character can pull it off way better than my character could.
Agreed.
Because I'm a female or because I'm me?
Anyone that can see the two of us on a couch right now knows who they want standing in the room watching them have sex. And it's not me, dude.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Your
Without
avatar.
My avatar.
For the profession.
The avatar.
Yes. My
Yeah.
avatar.
The avatar. Marketing. We could talk about marketing
to a target audience.
So how do you market for something like this?
I have a couple of.
It's all word of vagina.
Well, I do actually. I actually do have a couple of gynecologists that send me business for women that have
that's
issues.
tight. I wouldn't even thought of that.
Yeah, because they come in and they, biologically,
they're not all
there's
tight.
nothing wrong with them.
Wait.
Anatomically, there's nothing wrong. So there's something usually that's lends to more of an emotional state, or they're not giving themselves enough time, or they don't have that mind-body connection. And so I teach them that. So
Whoa. I just got my mind hole blown, I think.
yeah, it's not just all like sex. I mean, so most of the time when men come to me, they think that they're coming to improve their sex life, or like they have ED or pornography addiction. And then I end up talking to them more and working about more on emotional health. Whereas women they come for emotional stuff, and it tends to go into the sexual realm. So it's interesting. That's very stereotypical in a way.
Did you see that coming?
What? Coming?
Where it was going to play out like that with the man-woman roles?
No, that's come from my experience.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have seen that coming either.
Yeah, but that's normally what happens is men come and they're like,
Or
I
you
just
can
want
see
you to
it
play with
coming.
my cock. And it turns out that they've got, ED or whatever. And, they can't keep an erection. They can't get one, whatever it is. And so I work with them on that.
Now I just want to learn about limp dicks, dude. Is there like does there seem to be like connecting factors that causes that for dudes?
A lot of it is poor masturbation habits.
Like they beat off too much?
Yeah, no, too aggressively. So it desensitizes. Just like
What?
just like if a woman uses a vibrator all the time, she becomes used to high stimulus, right? So then when you're with her and you're going down on her and
never
you can't
thought
make
that.
your tongue go at 100 beats per minute or whatever it is, like is really fast, she's not going to orgasm until you whip out the vibrator and get her to come. And so like
That's a
you have to
tricky game you can play then.
Yes,
So
it
do you have
is.
to?
It's
You
a
have to
tricky game, dude.
recondition.
Can you reverse that?
Yeah, it's called
by going on,
neuroplasticity. Yeah.
Oh, see, I would call it no fap.
No fab?
No fap.
Yeah, stop jerking off.
Yeah.
No.
Quit spanking the monkey.
Yeah.
Just let it fucking chill for a little bit.
Wait till
Well,
it
yeah.
kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
wait
guys
till
get
somebody
in-
walks by and it just kicks, and then it's
Yeah.
time to go.
Wait till you're like squeezing between a wall and a chair, and you brush up against the chair, and it's like, whoa, okay.
Oh, the chair's hot.
There.
Yeah, holy
the
shit, I wouldn't have guessed
yeah,
that.
a lot of men, especially men that are in sexless marriages that are trying to stay, not to go into infidelity. They don't want to step out on their partners. A lot of times they get into really bad masturbation habits.
Wild.
Yeah.
Man, can you define bad masturbation habits?
can
I'm
you-
like, I wonder if I
Quick.
fall into
So
these.
quick masturbation is one of them, because then
What do you mean quick?
like you're just, I'm done, and then you're out, right? Like you act like you're pooping in the
I can do
bathroom,
that if
and
I want.
you're like 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
You've
I
just
can do that.
I
pulled
totally
one
do
out.
that.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. And
Not a fucking marathon, man.
Yeah, I don't think, but maybe a handful of times in my life where I'm like trying to enjoy it for longer
for a long
than
period of time.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause it's
so that's
like-
part of Tantra. Tantra is about timeless pleasure. And so if you've conditioned yourself to orgasm in 3-4 minutes, you're fucking a woman. And I don't care how, like, if you're really turned on, guess what? You're not going to last very long. She's not going to like you. She's not going to see you again. So those are poor masturbation habits.
See?
Wow.
So if we could get rid of the fucking moon, that would maybe get rid of the illusion of time. And then everybody would have time
Time isn't real
to
anyway.
have timeless pleasure.
Dude, maybe.
Time's not real anyway.
Fucking moon.
Time's a weird one.
Time's
The
weird.
Fucking
Time's a
moon.
weird one.
Like,
But yeah, I'm trying to think of like, because yeah, dudes talk about jerking off a lot.
I know.
We'll talk about that. But I don't know any dude that's ever told me that they like to jerk off because it takes a long time.
Yeah. It's fast. It's easy.
In fact-
it's a physiological
Yeah, we
release.
tried to like get that science down where it's quicker because we don't want to be in there all day fucking wearing our forearms out.
Yeah, but that's not great.
Right? Like,
it's
this-
not great for your girl. But
this might be some toxic masculinity shit, but if you sat here and told me that you were like, oh, I enjoy sitting down watching a full length porno from end to end and just slowly getting to climax, I'd be like,
well, you got to light some, but no,
I'd be
you
like,
got
"You're a
to. It's got to
fucking
be more
weirdo."
like, hey, I like to light the candles and burn some incense, maybe turn on some lights.
you're talking about gay dudes now. Right?
Yeah, I think
I've never lit a candle.
I am not going on that one.
I've never
I'm
lit a
not
candle,
following
dude.
that one.
I think straight dudes are like, I don't know. I usually jerk off. It usually kind of smells like poop a little bit, and we just make it happen.
Doing the shower
Double
really
points
quick.
if you can shoot it back in the toilet on the turd, right?
Oh Lord.
I know. You don't want to flush twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, water's
Save water.
expensive.
Yeah.
Everything's
That's why
fucking
dudes are walking
expensive.
around now all the time.
Can you
And if
flush
they
a
catch
dude
a
wipe?
waft of shit, they get a boner because the association.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
That's gonna go over well. Look at James' face. He's like,
Like
I
I
got a
said,
boner
I
right
hope
now.
my mother's not watching this.
She'll be all right. She's seen it before.
Yeah.
She probably had plastic on the couch. Squirter. Everybody thinks their grandma did that because they liked the couch. They did like the couch.
They did. They really liked
Yeah.
the couch.
They also like some other stuff.
The
What
arm,
were we talking
The
about?
arm of that couch is all
Masturbation.
wore out.
Oh yeah. And then ED numbers are like way up, right?
Right. Part
Like
of that
through the
is
roof.
nutrition. So men, I'm actually working on a program for men. It's like a 30-day reprogramming to help with erections because that's a big one for men right now.
It's just steaks and celery or what?
Well, it's because our food has no micronutrients in it. Our diet's shit. Our stress levels are shit. Like our circulatory system is not great. We sit all day. And all those things contribute to your erections. And so that's why the sales of Viagra and Cialis are so high.
And making people go blind. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that. You pop them pills a lot, you lose your eyesight.
Is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
Is that why you wear glasses?
Yeah.
No. Truth is out now.
So Gam Gam was right when she was like, if you don't quit playing with yourself, you're gonna go
You're
blind.
gonna go blind. Yeah. She
was
just didn't know
fucking right.
why.
Do you want a really good little tidbit of information? If your sweat smells like if you get around a 16-year-old boy and his sweat smells really bad, that means he's masturbating all the time because he's depleted himself of zinc. Zinc is what controls your body odor.
Hey,
And you secrete zinc when you come.
As the father of a very young little boy right now, that's a good tidbit to have.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
when
if
I'm
he starts
God
smelling-
damn, homie, you stink. Quit jacking
Give
off.
him some of those like zinc
Yeah.
lozenge or thingies, like, like if you're getting sick,
That's
he's like, here's a little
funny.
zinc, baby.
You need to replenish that shit. You stink.
Stink.
is that what's happening to all Indian dudes?
That's curry.
Oh.
It's different.
Okay.
Jesus,
different
that's
odor.
racist. That's what that is.
I like curry.
Fucking racist.
Way different odor. I saw a clip
Are we
of
talking
like
dot or feather?
I saw a clip of like
Jesus.
Oh.
yeah,
That
dot.
made it worse.
Yeah. I saw
No,
a
it made
clip.
it better.
There was a clip of an Indian dude trying to show you you're spending too much money on deodorant. He's like at Target and he's like $9. And he goes home and he's like, you just get rubbing alcohol and water and you mix it in a bottle and you spray it in your pits. That's why everywhere I go, I never have an odor. And the whole time I'm watching the video, I'm just like,
Bullshit.
I have questions.
I think I know why now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
That one probably doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, spend the $9, guy.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Or just buy some zinc.
Yeah. Back to limp dicks. Erectile dysfunction. Does that mean you can't get hard at all? Or does that just mean like
It's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum.
What?
Yes. I mean, you've got some guys that'll get hard right away and then they lose it. You have some guys that take forever to get an erection. So it just
God
means different
damn it.
things for different people.
Why can't everything just be like a yes or a no?
Because non-duality.
Everything's on a spectrum.
Because of the fucking moon, dude.
Yeah, probably. So now in my head, I'm like, oh, fuck, do I have ED?
Probably.
I raised to masturbate.
Probably. No, you just have unhealthy spanking habits.
Probably. But
You need to step up your masturbation hygiene.
I think most
Probably.
I would be willing to bet that most dudes have unhealthy spanking
yeah,
habits.
when you said aggressive, I was like, oh, I'm not in that category. But then when you said quick, I'm all, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What does quick mean?
define aggressive.
Like, where like grip really hard and you just do that
Oh,
like
no.
2 inches below the head. Like you're just.
Oh no, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like
Christ.
just trying to fucking sandpaper the end off?
Yep.
No, dude.
God
Yep.
damn.
No.
But that happens. Yeah.
So
But I also only recently kind of like started using any kind of lube.
You're a dry masturbator?
I was forever. I don't like the way lotion feels.
less cleanup too.
But yeah, I started using a lube and I was like, oh, you don't have to just grab the skin at the base and pull it up so you have something and you're not rubbing yourself raw. You know what I mean? Way better. Way better.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. Way
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Way more better.
Is that the best joke ever? Yes. Just the tip.
Way more
Anyway,
better.
other than dry rubbing my cock, what else does Jamie want to hear about?
Shoot me a question.
So I got a funny story.
Go for it.
So when I was much younger, I went to this porn shop one time and I was like, oh, this will be funny. I'm going to buy this wiener pump. I bought a cock pump. And as I was paying for this thing, the person at the counter was like, all right, well, just be careful with that thing because you can cause permanent damage. And like, I get in the car. I was like, what the fuck does he mean? Permanent damage. And I was like, I asked him and he was like, well, if it hurts, just stop. I was like, okay, that seems seems like valid enough. Like, okay, if it hurts, stop. So I get home and I fucking try this thing. And I'm like, I guess I should ask him to define hurt. Because like it doesn't like, I don't want to cry, but it don't feel fucking great. Fucking release the pressure, never use it again.
You ever tried a fleshlight?
No.
I still haven't tried a fleshlight.
Why not?
I don't know.
Honestly, it was years before I realized that was a real thing.
So I actually told a gentleman that was like a fantasy of mine, like that if I go to porn, that's one of the things that I like to watch is a guy doing a fleshlight. I don't know why. So of course, like he bought one and like handcuffed me to something and like started fucking this fleshlight. It was actually kind of sexy. It was really hot. So
Of all the things I thought any woman on the planet would ever want to see, I don't think I would have guessed that one.
a fleshlight.
Just a dude.
But you know what? Now,
chain me up and let me watch you.
But now, like
jerk
that
off in a
fantasy's
fleshlight.
gone. Like it
happened, right?
It happened. Now I'm just kind of like,
Okay.
See, that's how you get radicalized.
exposure.
Yeah.
That's how you get
I mean, the
radicalized.
chainsaw videos don't hurt me much anymore.
Hellraiser.
I was thinking more like Cartel.
Beheading
Oh.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
First
little-
time,
First
me
time,
turning.
First time, you're like,
Second
oh,
time,
God.
But nowadays it's like, oh, there's another one of those chainsaw videos.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
good.
send it to Nick.
Yeah. Immediately hit me back with, look at this dude trying to ride the subway under the subway.
And, and then I respond, dude, where you been? That one's old.
It's old.
Yeah. I saw that
was
one.
so last week.
He's all, I masturbated to that one last week.
That was fucking old, dude.
What's your favorite porn to watch?
Porn?
Yes, like if you're gonna turn on porn, what do you watch?
Every time is different.
Yes.
Depends on your mood.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
You just
it
go to
also
the-
depends on like how much time I got. Do I have 2
Yeah.
minutes or 4 minutes? You know what I mean? Because I can't be sitting there fucking
But you can
around
always
all
just
day.
like, well, they have that thing now for Texas. You can't just, but like you used to be able to just watch the little previews.
You still can. You just got to go to different sites.
Yeah.
Yeah. X video is still wide open.
It wasn't yesterday.
What? no. Eventually they're gonna get my fucking ID. That's, how it's gonna play
That's
out.
where I'm at. I'm just like,
If you're looking at your house, they already know what you're watching.
Or just get a
Yeah.
VPN.
Man, I did that before, and then you have to turn it off and on every time you try to do anything.
Why?
None of
Well,
the
I
apps
mean-
on your phone will work if it's on.
Yeah, yeah.
you know, like
'cause
all of
yeah.
us on our Facebook and Instagram and things like that are getting advertisements now for fleshlights tomorrow.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Should be an
Wish
interesting
there'd be
day.
a sponsor.
Fleshlight.
Ooh.
Just be having them on the whole time.
That'd be fucking hilarious for 30 seconds, and then the ED kicks in. They're like, oh no.
Or for 30 seconds, you're like, ugh. All right, is this thing dishwasher safe?
Is this
Would
gonna
that be
melt?
good marketing, dude? Up close face action, while each of us is just jerking off with a fleshlight, just to see the O faces.
Just going.
He's I don't know, but you would have to edit it.
I have to watch that.
And
And you'd have to listen to it in them headphones.
you'd have to.
You got to hold the camera too, like up here, and
Yeah, I've always wanted to.
It's
get
all
one of
about
those
the
things.
angles.
I just never did.
you always what?
Well, one of those fleshlights, I just never did.
Never did.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
genius name.
Well, then I have heard some stories of them where it's like multiple guys in one house, and somebody will leave it in the shower, and they didn't clean it, and it turns into a mess. But just hearing that, I'm like, oh, you got to clean it?
Well, yeah.
I'm
let's
out.
get
That's
all
probably why I
molten.
never fucking got one.
You can put them like in the dishwasher though, can't you?
I don't know. That I don't know.
I think you can.
They make like squirty
with like
lube
all your
stuff
kids'
to clean
cups
it.
and shit.
Yeah,
Just
fuck
the
yeah,
baby
right on the
bottles, just
top
fucking-
top rack. Bam.
Now I got to do an extra load of dishes. No, they're going in there with that shit.
I,
how that
I-
works.
I put my glass dildos in there.
I mean,
In
that
the
makes
dishwasher
sense.
makes sense, right?
It washes glassware.
Sanitize.
Yeah,
So
Fucking
clean.
A.
makes total sense.
Cleanliness is next
Just
to
let them
godliness.
cool off a little bit before you.
Yeah, do you have like
Go use them
suitcases
again.
full of shit? Do you have a whole room full of shit?
Maybe.
Do you got the what's the movie? The book everybody likes. it?
50 Shades?
Yeah. Do you have your room?
I do have a room.
She's like, that's fucking beginner.
But I'm telling you,
She's
50
all like,
Shades
so
is like,
tame.
that
ugh.
shit's
so
novice.
tame.
Jesus
Well, it's
Christ.
so well. She doesn't give any. I've read all the books, but she doesn't give any consent. So that's not a good dom sub relationship example.
So he's just abusing her.
Yes, basically. Yeah, the dynamic there is all fucked up.
Wasn't that a thing though about that story?
What? That she's all like, ooh, like. 'cause
Yeah, the non-consent is part of that story, right?
Yes, very much so. But if somebody's going in, if they don't know a lot about that kind of kink world, that BDSM world, and they read that as an example, it's not a good example.
Well, that's the example everybody's going off of.
Yeah, it's not
That's
a
the
good
one everybody
example.
knows.
Well, it's the same thing as like everybody uses the Ink Masters show as like their baseline for what's
Right, yeah,
good and
huh.
cool.
Just what they see.
Same fucking things. What
Makes
they're
sense.
exposed to, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. They normalized abusive relationships. That's fucking tight.
Pretty much. Yeah.
If you have the right bank account, right?
He was really hot in the movie though. But yeah, I
that
do
makes
have
a
a room.
difference.
I do have a room. It's pretty plain when you walk in. It looks just kind of like a
Until you hit
like a
the-
yoga room,
until you
and then
hit
I
the
open
button.
I open my closet doors, and it's like so I have whips and
Dang.
chains and ropes and suspension rigs and floggers and
Dude, suspension rigs, that sounds fun. I want to get one of those swing fucking things.
So it's just like Cirque du Soleil up in that motherfucker, or what?
yep,
God damn.
yeah. So there's something called shibari, which is Chinese rope tie, and
Take her to the ropes.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So.
As long as nobody has diarrhea.
Well, what sucks is when you're tied up and suspended, and it took somebody 2 hours to get there, and then you have to pee. You're like,
It seems like it would be a constant thing, right?
can you untie me?
No, then you're just gonna. No,
No,
there's a fucking cheat code to that. You just tell them I'm about to squirt.
Oh, put your fingers in me so I can
Just
pee on
fucking
you.
Pee on 'em.
Squirting is not peeing. I need a T-shirt that says that squirting is not peeing. It's not. It's lymphatic fluid. It comes out of the prostate, female prostate, G-spot.
Can you milk a chick's prostate?
Yes, that's what squirting is. Women can have 8 different types of orgasms.
No, dude, we don't know anything about this. We think they're all fake because y'all don't have to give you Yeah, we don't know anything.
No wonder y'all have trust issues.
Hey, let's go through the list. What are they?
Okay, so there's clitoral, vaginal, G-spot, A-spot, anal.
What is
And then there's
A-spot?
What's the A spot?
the A-spot is in between the G. It's like a little bit higher than the G-spot, and it's almost to the cervix.
Oh, I've touched
My
A
fingers
spot
aren't that
before.
long. It's not happening.
I've
Yeah.
got a hold of A spot before. I don't know if it was the A spot, but I've gotten a hold of A spot before.
And then there's, of course, cervical orgasm. That's one too. And then there's combination orgasms.
Yeah, I'm not hitting that cervical either. I'm not built like my avatar over there. Not happening. We ain't got no depth like that. I heard it's not a bad thing though, dude. I hear it might be a rumor like the orgasms. Fucking girth is preferred over length.
I would agree with that.
I hear the worst is a pencil dick. It's just poking them, no sidewall action.
Yeah, it
Like
just kind of
painful,
feels like a
right?
finger's just going.
What if it's short and skinny?
Ooh.
Then we're doing oral.
Oh.
I hope you're really good with your hands.
Just throw a hand in there with it, dude, at that point. Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of orgasms, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to switch to Patreon, but can we try something out real quick?
Yeah.
Can we try to act out this scenario? Nick and I have recently both left our wives, right? We've decided to be a gay couple.
Are we still recording?
Yep.
Okay, because I'm like, oh,
But
where's
Nick
this
and-
going?
But Nick and I are having trouble deciding who's going to be on top, who's pitching and who's receiving. So we hit you up, right? And I'm like, look, the only way this motherfucker comes is when I start tickling his butt. So he needs to receive, right? And then he says, I only do that because I laugh. When I giggle, I come. It's not because I want something in my butt.
Then you better learn some
Right?
really good jokes.
So that's where we're at, and we're having problems. Yeah, because neither one of us want to be the bottom, because we both know we're going to tell all of our friends who the bottom is, and then it's going to seem gay, even though we're being totally gay. Does that make sense at all?
Yes.
But if we
So,
both
yeah,
have,
so we hit you up.
but does it matter if we both have our socks on?
that does not matter.
better
Rule
not take
number
them
4.
Yeah, you better not
take
them
your
off.
socks
Okay.
off.
So here we go. We're seeing you for the first time, right? And in my head, we're both already naked, right?
Okay.
We're both already naked, but neither one of us want to show you our backside.
So I have to hold on. I'm not going to see you naked for at least 5 or 6 sessions because we're going to work on communication skills.
What are we
first.
paying for?
But wait,
God.
we're already past that part. This is just for this weird scenario that I'm making up right now.
But like you wouldn't get to the naked part unless that was already negotiated.
It's been negotiated.
But no, it hasn't because you're having a disagreement about it.
Yeah, you're just at this point where you're like, we're just going to see who can get it in there, like a wrestling match. And whoever fucking wins, that's the fucking pitcher, and the other guy's the receiver.
So
and you gotta be the
some
referee.
tantra practitioners would call that primal play.
Okay, yeah,
Primal.
we're going with it.
I mean,
going
you can use
primal.
Yeah,
whatever.
this isn't a real scenario.
You can
This
use,
isn't a real scenario.
you can use whatever fancy word.
You're going to get me
want for it.
fired before I even have a job.
Hey, this is just acting. Acting at its finest. Right?
Okay. Yes, Mom. Remember that.
Okay. So yeah, we're there, we're naked, but neither one of us want to show you our backsides, right?
Okay.
And then you walk in the room and you just see us like staring each other down, right? I think I'm getting hard a little bit. Anyway,
Wait, was that part of the acting?
no. So yeah,
It's so believable.
we're just naked staring at each other and mad as fuck, right?
Like we're in a Greco-Roman wrestling stance.
Yeah, you walk in the room and I'm all catcher.
Catcher.
No, you're the fucking catcher.
You're the catcher.
No, you're the catcher.
You're the fucking catcher.
You're the catcher. Are you keeping a
Motherfucker,
time
you're the
count on this?
catcher.
When do we start wrestling?
You're the fucking catcher.
No, when do we start wrestling?
You're the catcher.
I'm ready to fucking shove it
Oh
in.
my God, I can't even. At that point, I would get the lube, hand it to y'all, and leave. Like, y'all are helpless.
No referee?
No referee.
Oh, man.
No, it's not my job. Refereeing's not my job.
That's all right. We'll
I
play
don't
it out
pick
later.
sides.
We'll let y'all know how that scenario goes. What did we skip over? Sex parties. Sex parties on the Patreon. It's only $1. We made it $1 because we know you're poor. But we like poor people. Spend $1, right?
Yeah.
Is that good
It's
marketing
$1.
or bad marketing? Target audience, poor people, right? Poors, join us on the Patreon. The link's below.
No, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to let a certain group of people that a certain stereotype applies to. We're putting the Patreon as $1 so they still have money to buy the $9 deodorant.
What is the $9 deal?
The $9 deodorant. It's for we're making the world a better fucking place, one stick of deodorant at a time.
I got
Oh, there you go.
We'll all
Old
smell so
Spice
good.
also hit us up. Right?
Old
yeah,
Spice.
cool. We'll see you on the Patreon. Bye.
Axe.